up against Ramzi Bukaim and Joao Chianca. Winner moves into the round of 16, second and third into the elimination round. Kai Puguro and Jesse Mendez. And we're just straight into a replay here of Ramzi Bukaim on his opening ride. Jess?
Yeah, and that's what we were saying. Look how much rail was in that first turn. That was massive for Ramzi, and finish it off strong. That's a great way.
Model based off of the Red Tiger from Paisel Surfboards. Let's take a look at how this Ghost looks, though, under the feet of John Florence. Winds up, hacks it off the top. One turn, but it was a big turn. Nice start for John.
Yeah, nice wave and nice turn for him. It was very tricky.
Injuring his knee over in Bahrein 1 year at the Rio Pro. Here's the first wave for John.
Yeah, see how the wave was kind of bending away from him? The lip was going away, so that's very tricky for a surfer when his bottom turn, trying to identify and aim for that lip, and it's going away from you. But he did it very well, and from here you're probably going to see a good release. See that tail kind of going up and high. Good turn for John. Good start for him. Looks like he's on point. Beautiful bottom turn and gets vertical, and right now he starts to push on the back foot and put a lot of weight on the front foot too. I guess Joao is in the corner of that wave. Nice first turn. Wow, finished off very strong. Late. Was able to put the bottom of his board just...
Big things from Chumbinho here at his home break. Here he goes on the CI surfboard. Hooks it through there. A little bit of release on the foam. That was a strangely flat turn for Joao. Pretty mild dims.
Yeah, that's true, Kaipo. Looks like a closeout for him. You see probably guys... riding 2.5, the flat sections. And I think it's just, these guys are so locked in. I guess we'll get back to that. There's a lot of waves.
Here we go. John swoops through there. A little release, punch of the tail. And foam to deal with. Just kicks out into some deep water. A 3.33 was his opener. We'll see what the backup is as we wait for that score. Let's catch up with the last heat winner.
Surfer he is, and this is a great example of him making the most out of a very tricky section, just not much to offer right there. Getting a good release, good reverse.
Can you... Oh, we're going to get back to live action because John Florence up and riding. Foamy face to deal with for John, but the two-time world champ is able to cut through it, no problem. So talk about some aerated water, but that was no problem for John Florence to get all the way through. Just needs a 5.94 to take the lead off of Joao Chianca.
You see it right here. Wave gets a little flat, so he brings the board around and see, like, he's very smooth in the transition. And right there, because of that, he got a lot of speed to really put the pressure, apply the pressure in the right section of the wave and finish off nicely as well.
There's a certain amount of swivel in John's backhand surfing, and that's kind of his trademark. And just that swivel that he gets right there, we can see, is really cool because it accentuates the maneuver.
Totally, and it keeps the speed going, and it seems like he has a lot of volume on the front part of his board, which he usually does.
And how much drive he gets out of all his turns. In contrast, tail surfing here with Joao Chianca, you can see Chianca with a more bladey board, and you can see the difference in how it's performing there and how it's quicker, but not as stable maybe. So it's going to be an interesting contrast when we see these scores come through.
Let's mention, like right here, that was a great read from him, just identifying down the line, and he kept himself calm, which is not usual from him. The wave had a lot of lump, and the board didn't engage so much, but he did well with what he had, but this is a great finish for him. Somehow he was able to time that backwash, and like you mentioned a few heats before, to use the backwash into your advantage, and that turn became great just because of that. As you see right here, first turn, setting it up, lost his foot. You can see he's putting his foot back in, and this turn right here just managed to time it so perfectly and getting some air under the board. Good spray. This is a critical turn. It's going to be another great score for Joao, and that was a great finish for him and very impressive, and a huge point of this generation of surfers from Brazil.
John caught behind on this one, finds it to the lip, and gets exploded off there. Last score for Joao Chianca comes in at 4.77. Chianca in the lead. Actually really only ridden one wave, and here he goes. Ramzi. Big slash there. Put a lot of power and torque into that. Bangs the lip one more time. The numbers are 5.28 to take the lead. He's going to lean on that first turn. That was a big turn.
As you see it right here, see like how it's kind of teepy, and then he gets that speed with the backwash. Huge layback turn right there. For me, it's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had more to give on that finishing section, but this was damage right here. So much pressure on the back foot, using his backhand to kind of solidify himself and also some style to it. And right there, finish off strong. But I thought there was a little bit more, maybe a little bit more release, a little bit more control on the tail right there on the fins. Just what I mentioned, it was a very close wave because he needed that really strong finish to really put a gap in between what he needed and what he got. But the judges liking that first turn, which should have been rewarded. It was the best turn of the heat so far.
Look at that. Ripa going straight through the lineup at this point. Down to 19 seconds. Ramsey uses priority just for a ride in. Now he's just going to leave it up to Mother Nature. We'll see if another wave's ridden. 10 seconds. John taking a look at this one. Florence needs something big. And although that was nifty, a nice reverse, I don't know if that's a 5.53 at this level. So waiting for the score to make it official, and it is a 3.3, not enough. So we'll see João Chianca as well as John Florence in the elimination round. A patient Moroccan surfer, Ramsey Bukhayam, on to the round of 16. What a performance and what a pace team he was able to put through.
Thank you, Joey. So Ramsey, you were very patient during the whole heat and it paid off. So what kind of strategy did you set up for this match against João Chianca and also the ranked leader?
Well, first of all, I was super excited because the waves are finally here. Some proper waves, hard conditions, but fun waves. And so I wanted to start quick. That's what I said to Leo. I said, if I can start quick and do like a 5.55 around that, and then maybe sit for a bigger one and wait for a big section. So that's what I did, but unfortunately the big one never came. So I was like, come on, maybe. And they were getting like medium scores. So at the end, when I saw like 7-6 minutes, I was like, okay, maybe action here, get a okay one. And yeah, I did my wave. It was kind of, I thought I had time to do 2 turns, so that's why I took my time, try to push the first turn. And actually when I got to the second one, it was all foamy and late, so I just tried to place it, and yeah, I'm glad it went my way, yeah.
Nice. You made finals here in 2022 with Gabriel Medina during the Challenger Series. So how do you like this wave, and how do you like to compete here in Taúna?
It's a really hard wave, but I really like it. I don't know why. I've been coming here for many years since I'm a Grom. So yeah, it's a hard wave, but powerful wave. I'm kind of a heavy guy, so I like it. It's just matter, you need to find the waves, and that's the hardest part. Find the ones that are gonna allow you to open up and handle the backwash, and that's it.
Nice, you did a great job. Back to you guys. Hey Gabe, so the highest single score of the day, the highest total. Talk us through this amazing performance.
Yeah, stoked to make it the first heat. It's kind of hard out there, but there's waves, we've been waiting a few days for it, so it feels good to get few good waves and get going, and yeah, I'm really happy with the win.
You were looking for a win here in Saquarema, and you have been building some momentum for yourself during the last events. So how do you approach this competition?
Yeah, Brazil is a special one for me. I really want to do good here. But this year, everything happens, like I've been training a lot, and I've been doing what I know, like training and keep the faith. One day Brazil event is gonna come for me, but yeah, I'm just letting go, and yeah, hopefully I can make hits.
E como é emocionalmente estar dentro d'água com essa galera torcendo por você, Gabriel?
Muito legal, feliz de estar no Brasil. Não tem torcida nenhuma parecida com isso, então fico feliz de estar no Brasil, estar com essa torcida que não tem palavras, então pra gente é muito gratificante.
Thank you, Gabriel. Back to you.